All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again with corrupt Fani Willis. Apparently, the woman that just came storming into the courtroom, yelling, screaming, had a bad attitude, mad because she has been caught finally. So now we come across this one right here from Doug. He said that Fani Willis took over $8,500 from the campaign, no date receipts or signature. Because you remember, they went on these trips and stuff, and she was giving him cash back and stuff like that. And everybody's like, we need to see them receipts. Why you ain't use a credit card? Like, why you ain't do this? Why you ain't do that? It's like she was just using cash for everything because, you know, once you use cash, you can't really track cash. So I'm telling you, Fani Willis is in a lot of trouble. And I'm telling you, I'm going to say it every time I cover Fani Willis, is that I feel like this case is done. I feel like the judge is going to remove Fani Willis. Hopefully this is a judge that's that McAfee. Hopefully he's down the middle. He's neutral and he's not like on like Fani Willis' side. Kind of like how the rest of these Democrat judges been. They just been all one-sided and don't like Trump. But hopefully this judge is neutral because all the receipts that came out, this woman should be finished. But we definitely finna dive straight into it. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on the video for the very first time. I appreciate all of you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this, y'all. And make sure y'all hit that like button, watch to the end, because I want more people to see how corrupt Fani Willis really is. So please hit that like button for me. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight to it.
Well, Fani Willis put over $8,500 stuffed in her mattress at home. It's weird because now the Democrats are taking a second look at Fani Willis instead of just reflexively covering up for her. Now the journalists are coming out and taking a look, and what they're seeing is dirty. We have an article from the Georgia Star News, and we're just bringing you the truth. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. I'm so glad you're here. Why are we happy? Well, happiness comes from a place inside that is not always based on your surrounding parameters, not always based on your circumstances. That's called circumstantial happiness. I'm talking about drawing from something deeper than that. That's the happy patriot. Welcome to an exile. Let's get to the article. Here we go. Fani Willis took over $8,500 from First Campaign as repayment for loans missing paperwork submitted without date and signature. I just want any one of you to go to your job, your workplace today and conduct your accounting at your job the way Fani Willis did with her campaign reform and see what happens. You'll get fired or you'll go to jail. And that's all I'm saying is Fani Willis should be treated the same as all of us would. You could not run a cash register at an Arby's the way that Fani Willis runs her campaign in Georgia without getting fired, thrown in jail, no signature, no receipt, no accounting, no official accounting. Here we go. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis claimed during her Thursday testimony at the hearing to disqualify her from the Georgia election case against President Donald Trump that she took a significant amount of cash from her first election and used it to replenish her physical cash reserves. Willis claimed to use the physical cash to repay her former lover, Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, for luxurious vacations. I just want to set this picture. Remember, Fani Willis, this is the highest professional in her category of district attorney to a point that this is the person that they sent after Trump. This is the person. And then she hired Nathan Wade, the most competent lawyer who's also a DJ on the side for Fani Willis's DJ business, by the way. He had his equipment all over the Fani Willis's dad's house. These are the two most competent people. And this is how they run their personal life. The most competent lawyer, Nathan Wade, who's going to launch 18 felonies, so go into felonies of 18 co-defendants with RICO charges, and Fani Willis, the district attorney of Fulton, who's here to straighten everything out. She's a reformer, and none of them do signatures, receipts, or accounting on their paperwork when they pay themselves back with cash reimbursement. Okay. Willis made the claim about keeping, quote, some of the cash from her campaign when asked about the origin of her cash savings. The district attorney claimed she has been saving physical cash, quote, all my life, and gave as an example, quote, when I took out a large amount of money on my first campaign, I kept some of the cash of that, unquote. Now, this was under oath. Yeah, and I have the clip here. We'll play the clip just so you can see. It's a couple seconds.
Well, not looking good.
Life, when I took out a large amount of money on my first campaign, I kept some of the cash of that. Like, to tell you, I just have cash in my house. I don't have as much today.
Can you imagine the judge is going, wait a minute, did you just say that out loud? Did you just say that under oath? She goes, oh, yeah, all my life, you know. I took out a large amount of money from my first campaign, and I kept some of that. That's the thumbnail. I kept some of the cash for myself. Some of that, I kept it. That breaches campaign finance reform. And look, the Democrats at the actual Georgia Star News are starting to catch up. The district attorney also testified on Thursday that she lost $50,000 in that election, which she admitted left her broke toward the end of 2018. That goes to her motive on why she'd want to replenish her dough with some Trump money, Trump case money. Willis apparently referred to her 2018 campaign to become a superior court judge in the Atlanta Judicial Circuit, which she lost in a runoff election held on July 24th back in 2018. On May 15th of 2018, a report suggests Willis loaned her campaign $19,000. However, the document, titled a 2-business-day report was the title, is required to be submitted within 2 days of any transaction of more than $1,000 received by the candidate, and it was not received by Georgia election staff until June 13th of 2018. That's a month late. The document itself was additionally submitted without a date or a signature, so who knows? Close enough. These people never heard of putting a date on an official document. You can't sign a check, for which Fani Willis has no idea what a check is. She goes, checks? Excuse me?
And I'm pretty sure the judge was just looking at her crazy when she said that I kept some of the cash. And now she went to referring back to, well, I've been doing this because my daddy told me to always keep a certain amount of cash in the house, always have up to about 6 months worth of rent. I mean, it sounds good, but at the same time, it's like, come on now, you admit to keeping some of the cash from your campaign. And so now what she's trying to do to get more money, she want to go after Trump. She want to make more money by going after Donald Trump. That's what she was trying to do. Because why in the world was you paying Nathan Wade almost $1 million? Almost $700,000 that you've been paying this man. And then y'all turn around, because like I asked this question in my last video. I'm like, who in the world can take 7 trips in 6 months? Who can do that?
What you talking about, Willis?
Who can do that? I mean, some of us, I mean, just look, I'm pretty sure everybody watching this video will be like, hey, dog, I ain't never took seven trips in 6 months. It's a lot of us out here that will only take 1 trip a year, or maybe 2 at the most. But 7 in 6 months is a lot. And then come find out she's been using taxpayers' dollars to fund these trips, these hotels, these dinners, and all of that. And you can tell she was so upset that she's been caught. You can just see the whole time she was in court, you can see her body language. She's going off on Miss Ashley Merchant. Every time Ashley Merchant asked her a question, she just felt offended. Start yelling, start screaming. The judge had to stop and said 5 minutes, had to tell her, get out the courtroom for a minute. That's why they didn't want her to testify the next day due to her attitude, because she knows she has been caught. That's the reason why she acting so defensive. But at the same time, you going after Trump to try to make you some money by doing it. And don't think we forgot that you was using elderly people's name and addresses for the donation scams. It's just so much is tied into this woman. How when she was coming into office, she kept saying she wasn't going. You don't supposed to sleep with your worker. You don't supposed to steal from the company. And she turned around and did both of them, and more. Like, that's the reason why I say this almost every video I cover this. This case is done. And that's just how I feel. I ain't gonna lie. I just feel like this case is done. I feel like this case is done. They might go ahead and throw this out. And Fani Willis, to me personally, I think she's done. I think she's going to be removed. This is how I feel about it.
Checks, you put a date on them. Willis's campaign reported that it received a loan just 1 week prior of the general election, during which neither she nor Judge Kevin Farmer received a majority, causing an automatic runoff election, though Willis went on to lose her runoff election in 2018. A campaign filing made just 6 days prior to Election Day revealed her campaign received another $30,000 loan from Soros. For this loan, however, there is no 2 business day report available online for the big one, the $30,000 one. Willis additionally never provided the details of either loan in her subsequent campaign contribution disclosure statement for 2018. Why would a Democrat running in Fulton County, Georgia, ever have to submit any of this paperwork? They know they're covered. Mm-hmm. They know that it's keep getting reelected.
Yep.
They know that all of the pundits at MSNBC and CNN will defend them and cover for them, no matter how. This is the kind of malaise and incompetence people expect from Fulton County, Georgia. What an insult to good, hardworking Georgians that don't want this reputation. Right. People who do careful paperwork, who cross their T's, dot their I's, and account for every dollar, where at the end of the month, they can't just throw cash around because things are tight. Right. It is not clear whether she loaned the campaign the $30,000 or whether it came through another source. Woo. See, this is how you wash outside money, manipulating money like George Soros, into your campaign. And there's no way I can prove either it happened or didn't happen. This is just magic money that shows up in her mattress. Additionally, it is unclear whether Willis sourced the $19,000 for the documented loan, including whether she retrieved the money from the cash reserves, which she testified were used to repay Wade for the luxurious vacations they shared during the span of their relationship. Willis appointed Wade to oversee her case against Trump, and he has earned more than $650,000.
Think about that. If he'd have made more than $650,000 by covering this Trump case, how much you think Fani Willis done made? Because her whole point of going after Trump was like she just trying to make some money by going after Trump, basically. Look at this. Willis appointed Wade to oversee her case against Trump, and he has earned more than $650,000. And that was the reason why, because y'all remember when Nathan Wade's ex-wife, when she was asking him how much he was getting paid, he didn't want to tell her. That's the reason why I said, yeah, it got to be some lying going on, because if he felt like he was finna go ahead and divorce his wife, why you won't just tell her what you getting paid? Why he was trying to hide where he was getting paid from his wife? Why he didn't want her to know? Then all of a sudden he just finally get the divorce, and then him and Fani go on this vacation. It's just everything lined up at the same time. It just goes to show you that they both are lying. They both lying.
While working on the case, multiple defendants claim Willis financially benefited from her decision to appoint Wade as a special prosecutor because of gifts she received. See, going on a trip together, sharing some love, that's a perk. That's a benefit. You can't say there was nothing exchanged between Wade and Willis. There was at least bodily fluids exchanged. Just over a month after her defeat, the Willis campaign report filed for December indicates it repaid $8,500 to the candidate and deferred a second loan repayment. It is not clear from Willis's campaign filing whether the campaign paid her in cash or check. If Willis was repaid via check, it seemed, well, she has no idea what a check is, according to the lawsuit.
She don't know what a check is. I don't do checks. I guess she don't know. Everything to her is just cash, which she does that because cash just can't be traced. You getting this man money, you just telling us. See, that's the thing. She was telling us that she gave him, the more she gave him was $2,500. See, it's easier for her to say that because there's no way to trace if she gave him $2,500 or was it way more than that. So it's easy for her to just throw a number out there and be like, you just gave him $2,500, okay. Because see, she's saying that because it can't be traced for us to make sure she's telling the truth. So, we ain't believing it. It ain't documented. You just throwing it out there because we can't trace it.
Of the court case. It also remains unclear whether she deposited the check into her bank account or went to the issuing bank to convert the funds directly into cash, thus allowing her to add to the funds to her cash reserves. In the mattress, the Georgia Star News contacted the Georgia Secretary of State, which oversees elections, for comment. But a spokesman said he could not provide clarification. Who can? There's no receipt. There's no paperwork. No one can provide. Fani Willis can't provide clarification and suggested questions about Willis's 2018 campaign should be posed to the Georgia State Ethics Commission. The Ethics Commission did not respond. See, they're going down the chain of command. They're going, oh no, not us, not the Secretary of State. Go to the Georgia State Ethics Commission. So the journalist goes, okay, I'll go to the Georgia State Ethics Commission. And then here's the answer. The Georgia State Ethics Commission did not respond to the request by the Star News for more information about the loans made to Willis's 2018 campaign, including inquiries into the source of the $30,000 loan and why there's no publicly available paperwork explaining the cash infusion prior to press time. See, there's no answers. There's no accounting. No one's in charge and no one is responsible. But hey, people, keep voting for these criminals and see what happens. Here's an email address provided by the current Willis campaign on government paperwork, likewise did not return a comment request from Star News that sought information about the loans and repayment. Good luck, Star News. You guys are suckers thinking you're going to get an answer. Additionally, Star News contacted Fulton County's government to obtain information from the district attorney's office about her 2018 campaign, but did not receive a timely response. The conclusion of the second day of the hearing will determine whether Willis should be removed. She should be removed. I'm only saying these people are looking for answers. Is there any accounting anywhere in Fulton County, Georgia? Certainly not. With Miss Fani, quote, I kept some of the cash, Willis. That's her name. Spread the word about this episode. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. We got over 400,000 views yesterday. If all of you subscribed, I'd get above 500,000 subscribers in one day. So that's what encouraged.
You know what, Doug? I wish I could get it just like that too, because I have a video that that did really good, and I'll be like, if I got 500,000 views off this video the other day, what would have happened? Just imagine if all 500,000 would have subscribed. I'd be at 1 million right now. I wish it worked that way. I'm not even gonna lie. But like I said, congratulations to Doug. Like I said, he's doing a great job. The reason why I promote the mess out of him, and I salute him. Y'all love the videos, so I really, really appreciate it. At the same time, you see me and Doug, we feel the same exact way. We feel like this case is done. We feel like the judge is gonna remove her, and that's just how I feel, and that's what I'm gonna keep saying, because she is done all these loans. She been giving this man cash. She is no paperwork or nothing. So that's the reason why I said we can't even just believe what she's saying, because if you saying you gave him cash, there's no way for nobody to trace cash. So that's why she can just throw a number out there, because I'm pretty sure she probably gave him way more than that, and she just dumbed it down to, I just gave him $2,500. This woman probably gave that man $10,000, $15,000, but just ain't telling us. But we shall see. Like I said, thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.